Students and parents, do you know what doom scrolling is? Well, I want to walk you through how very bad it can be for us, some ideas you can use to get away from it, and a couple ideas that I've used in my personal life to eliminate it so that I'm not sucked into it even more. I'm Josh Ochs with smartsocial.com. Now, what is doom scrolling? Well, Merriam-Webster says doom scrolling, aka doom surfing, are new terms referring to the tendency to continue to surf or scroll through bad news, even though that news is saddening, disheartening, depressing. And right now, many people are finding themselves reading continuously bad news about COVID-19 or maybe politics without the ability to stop or step back. We're sucked into it and we get that adrenaline rush from it. NPR says your doom scrolling breeds anxiety. Here's how to stop the cycle. So many of us do it. You get into bed, turn off the lights, look at your phone to check Twitter one more time. You see that coronavirus infections are up. Maybe your kids can't go back to school. The economy is cratering. Still, you incessantly scroll through bottomless doom and gloom news for hours as you sink into a pool of despair, says NPR. Do you think this helps or hurts your sleep? Well, how is it dangerous? Well, doom scrolling can reinforce negative thoughts and a negative mindset. Consuming negative news has been linked in research with greater fear, stress, anxiety, and sadness. And if you are prone to anxiety, depression, or sadness, doom scrolling can be like stepping into quicksand, says the Cleveland Clinic. And when you're anxious, it's hard to turn your mind off and go to sleep, as I mentioned earlier. Now, why is it so hard to stop? Well, Wired says doom scrolling is slowly eroding your mental health. As humans, we have a natural tendency to pay more attention to negative news, explained one Harvard researcher. This, along with the social media algorithms, makes doom scrolling and its impacts almost inevitable, says Wired. Now, I recently made myself stop this. I want to tell you a personal experience during the 2020 election cycle. I noticed I was watching the news a lot in my downtime, filling little 5-minute things here in the evening, watching it. On election night, I decided I've had enough. I turned off the news and set a goal to detox from the news for 7 days. They won't control what I look at. And I did that. I've gone now for 5 weeks without the news. And I have to tell you, I've accomplished a lot more during my days and my evenings, since now I'm not filling my extra time with little tidbits of sensational headlines that are always alerting me and buzzing me and getting me emotionally involved in anything. Now, I get my news still from friends, family, neighbors, and anything else, but I'm careful where I get it. And I replace my evening news with an audiobook, music, or anything else that gets my mind working. Or, and this is really important, it also gets me focusing on processing the things that I need to think about at work. What did that person say? What is this project that I really should be processing? Our brains don't just process live. In the background, they will often do this as well. One of my other tips that I got is a reading and thinking chair in the back of my office. It doesn't have a computer near it, and I am forced to either write or be on the phone or think in that chair. Now, 5 tips you can use to help your whole family, including yourself, the adult, and teens, to stop the dangerous doom scrolling cycle like I've tried to do with myself. Number 1, parents lead by example. You can't tell teens not to do something if you're constantly doing it yourself. Number 2, set a timer. It's not realistic for most people to completely get off the web, but setting a timer or using the phone's screen time, family link, downtime, if you've seen any of my webinars, can help your kids waste less time and energy doom scrolling. If you want to learn how to set up downtime, you can become a VIP member. You can click the links below or go to Smart Social. Now, remain aware of why you picked up your phone in the first place. This happens to me all the time. Help your students get in the habit of regularly reminding themselves, hey, why did I pick up this phone? So that do they need to reply to a text, look something up for school. One tactical tip is if I am with people, I will often let them know, hey, I'm about to just click through here and I'm going to research what we're talking about. Keep talking. I'm going to come up with that data. I let people know why I'm online. If I ever break that line of communication, they know I'm doing research about the topic we're discussing. Next, make sure the positives outweigh the negatives. Help your teen to find their purpose online and follow people and things that bring joy and meaning to their day. Encourage plenty of offline activities each day. Next, consider taking a digital detox like me. Explain to your teens and your whole family, including your parent, grandma, grandpa, as well as yourself and your spouse, how gamification works and why apps are designed to be addicting, using that red dots and all these other things. Then consider ditching all digital devices for one weekend, maybe just a day, or even a whole week like I promised myself, to reset your routine and remember all the other things you enjoy in life. Every year, I detox for a whole week from social media, and I'm going to start doing it a few times a year. It's so important. Even to one of the leading experts in this field, I find that I'm addicted to my phone. And the first thing is to admit that so that we can kind of get over it. Now, you can read more expert advice to help teens stop doom scrolling on our blog, smartsocial.com. Doom scrolling, there's a search box in the upper right as well. You can also join our awesome newsletter and stay updated on the latest apps, guides, trends, and more. You just go to smartsocial.com, click on the newsletter button at the top. I have an amazing staff that curates, I think, the best newsletter in the whole industry. Guys, don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review so I can help teens and parents just like you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Josh Ochs, the founder of smartsocial.com. As always, keep it light, bright, and polite because everyone's watching. We'll see you on the next episode. Have a great day.